Hi, this is Tatjana, and as you see, unfortunately, this time I'm by myself. Judith is not here. Still, we'll give you a little preview for Skate Canada, the second ISU Grand Prix event of the season. It's the 50th anniversary of Skate Canada, so this event has a long history and it's been part of the ISU Figure Skating Grand Prix since the very beginning. This year, it's in Halifax, Nova Scotia. It's been in Halifax the last time, 20 years ago. So it's a long, long time that Halifax had international high-level competition. Now, let's see what's going to happen or what we think what's going to happen. Because skating is so unpredictable, you never know. The ladies, this world champion Kaori Sakamoto, competing in her first Grand Prix of the season. She won last year. She looks ready. She is very excited. She said in the mixed zone that she feels she has done a lot of good work after Lombardia Trophy. So hopefully she can show. And yeah, she said she can't wait to show everything that she's worked on in competition here in Canada. She was a little close to the boards today in training because the ice surface is a little smaller. More narrow than what she's used to train to. But yeah, she has to adapt like everyone else. So while she's the like top favorite, we also have some other favorites. Hana Yoshida of Japan. She won the Nebelhorn Trophy, also entering her first Grand Prix. She won last year and she in China, and she was in the Grand Prix final. So that's for sure another an important goal for her. Hannah also says she has been training very well since the Nebelhorn Trophy, which was her first event of the season. We have, I think these two probably are the top contenders that we expect on the podium. But then we have a lot of other strong skaters. Alyssa Liu making her comeback. That will be exciting. Alyssa was at the Budapest Trophy. She won there. And yeah, she says she's so happy. And it's interesting for her to be back at the Grand Prix when she stepped in the rink. She said, oh, they were suddenly she remembered things that she had already forgotten, that there's a skating lounge, for example. And yeah, the practices, 6 minutes, warm up, all these competition things that she hasn't experienced in the past 2 years or 2.5 years. But it's all coming back to her. Most importantly, she feels good about it, good about competing, being back. Kimi Rapon from Switzerland, aiming at her first Grand Prix medal, obviously, and she can do that. Yelim Kim of Korea, she had last year a tough Grand Prix season, tough season in general. So hopefully she will be able to come back strong this time. Madeline Skizas for sure wants to use the home advantage here in Canada. And Katia Kurakova from Poland, now with a new coach with Florent Amodio. We'll see what she does. Now the pairs. The pairs, again, the top favorites are the reigning world champions, Diana Stella-Dudek and Maxime Deschamps, that are, I think, after the Italians dropped out, the European champions, Lucrezia Piccari and Matteo Guarise, there's not so much very strong competition for them here. They should be the clear winners, but nevertheless, they still have to perform. They said after the Nebelhorn Trophy, where they finished second, they have worked a lot on their short program, especially to make the connections better, to raise the component part, because they were not so happy with the component score they received in Oberstdorf. Obviously, also the free skating they worked on, but they feel well prepared and ready for this event. The German couple, Annika Hocke and Robert Kunkel, they had not such a strong start at the Lombardia Trophy. They were very disappointed, but they said now they have been working very hard and they really want to show the result of their work. And they want to show what they can do in practice, because they say in practice it's going so much better. we'll see how they do, and they are certainly also podium contenders, as are the young Australians, Anastasia Golubeva and Hector Giotopoulos-Moore, who came very close to a Grand Prix medal in the last season. And that would be a major breakthrough for this team that now has moved to Canada, basically, is mostly training in Montreal, also alongside Diana and Maxime, which is for sure good helps them to progress a lot to be with, with such experienced skaters around. Also, as a last-minute replacement, is Julia Schetinina and Michal Wozniak of Poland. They replaced Bekkari Guarize, who unfortunately had to withdraw as she is struggling with her foot injury. The dark horse in the race, Yekaterina Gainish, Dmitry Tigirev from Uzbekistan. This team is obviously originally from Russia. They also train in Moscow in the school of Dina Moser. But so they have all these, the Russian quality of pair skating. And will be interesting to see how they do in their very first ISU Grand Prix. Also, Kelly and Lauren and Lucas Etier from Canada said in the mixed zone today that they felt they have become so much more consistent. They feel really ready. The World Championship experience in Montreal really helped them to prepare for these big events. The ice dance, we will have for sure Piper Gillis, Paul Boyer, and also the second Canadian team, Marjorie Lajoie, Zachary Laga. They should fight it out for the two top spots on the podium. They've been close to each other before. Marjorie and Zach, unfortunately, had to cancel the Nebelhorn Trophy, couldn't come because she had another fall and suffered a concussion that took her out for a little while, but she said it was not as bad as the concussion she had last year, so she was able to come back much sooner. And now they feel prepared and ready, but they couldn't go to any Nebelhorn or another challenger event. So this will be their debut. For Piper and Paul, it's a different story. They decided they want to start their Grand Prix here. They felt they want the time to get ready to work on the feedback they get from the judges after the national monitoring. So that's why they didn't decide to do any challenger. And Piper and Paul, they as always, they for their residents they choose Barbie. She's Ken and Barbie. They're Ken and Barbie. They have prepared 4 different costumes. They showed one in the practice that was her like a swimsuit, and he had a yellow top and yellow pants. They said Ken and Barbie are going to the beach, but they would not reveal which kind of costumes they will show us in the competition. And they will always keep it as a little secret. So very fun, I guess. The battle for the podium should be very open because there are quite a few teams that also have the chance to step up and get there. There's a Czech team, Natalie Tachlerova, Filip Tashler. They had a strong showing at the Dennis Ten Memorial earlier this month. Also, of course, Yevgenia Lafarova, Geoffrey Brissot from France. Already, they won 3 bronze medals on the ISU Grand Prix. They want another one, and of course, maybe more. But we'll see. Hana Lim Yechuan from Korea. It's a young and strong team that keeps building. I really like their free dance, Cruella. I think that's also fun. Yeah, USA, of course, 3 good teams. US ice dance very strong, as we know, already since many years now, more than 20 years, with Emily Bratti, Jan Sommerville, Una Brown, Gage Brown. Also, I saw them at the Dennis Ten Memorial, skating very well. They finished second there to the Tashler. And of course, Emilia Zingas, Vadim Polesnik, ambitious young team. They were at the Nebelhorn Trophy and finished third. They also good up and coming. Yeah. The men. So Ilya Malin, the quad god, has 2 back-to-back events this season, which was his choice because he wanted after the Grand Prix to have more time before the final. And so he came from Texas. He was home. He came not directly from Texas, but he came and he didn't go to the practice today on Thursday. He took the practice session. So just guess to have some rest. So, but the men are only competing on Saturday and Sunday. So he has another day he can use for practicing. Jungwon Cha, Korea. He has had a busy season, already competed in the Korean qualifier for the Asian Games. Then he was, as you know, in Oberstdorf. He went to Shanghai Trophy. Yeah, so really, really going basically non-stop. He said that is unusual for him, but he feels until now it's been working. It's going quite well. He keeps building. He decided to take out the second quad from the short program, so he will do quad sal and then triple arts loop. The two Japanese, Shun Sato, Sota Yamamoto, of course, both Grand Prix medalists. Sota even won Skate Canada last year. So, of course, that was a great experience for him, his first Grand Prix gold medal. Now, he said in the mixed zone that he wants just to, of course, he likes to win, but he wants to show the best he can. And obviously, he knows it's very difficult with Ilya competing, but you never know. I mean, ice is slippery, as we've seen before. Shun Sato, yeah, also a very can be consistent performer, not always, but technically a strong skater and working to improve his component score. Jason Brown is back on the Grand Prix. That's always a highlight. Jason decided to come back to the Grand Prix because he wants to test out things for the next season already to know if it's good for him. It worked very well for him when he did only selected events, some challenger event and nationals and then worlds. That was what has been doing in the past 2 years. But now he wants to get back on the Grand Prix, compete a little bit more, and see if this is how this is working for him. Everything, of course, with looking towards the Olympic Games, where he hopes to go again and then become a three-time Olympian, because he was there, as we know, in 2014 and then 2022, but not in 2018. Yeah, Vladimir Litvintsev, maybe I can mention, and Gabriele Frangipani. Also, they can be good for a surprise. Litvintsev skated well at the Dennis 10 Memorial. Gabriele was a Nebelhorn Trophy successful. Roman Sadowski is there, Canadian. I guess it will be also an interesting competition. And so stay tuned and enjoy.